Groovy. Welcome to Horror After Midnight. I am your host, KC, here tonight with Slinky Jallo, and we have a very special guest host with us, Saw Guy. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me back, man. You guys know what they say. You can't keep a good Saw Guy down.
No, we had a great time with you last time, man.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Good times, dude. I appreciate it.
No, not at all, man. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So, all right. What's the deal? What are we doing tonight, man? Scream dose?
Oh, yeah.
Scream 2.
Woo!
Yeah, we're doing Scream 2. So,
yeah. The best out of the franchise.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'll call it right there. You heard it right here first.
Well, like, you got good taste in shit. So, like, we all, except me, Chris is going to browbeat me into the fucking wall tonight. I already know it.
I can't wait to hear it.
Because we're going to be at Gross Fest. He's going to be like, remember that Scream 2 shit? Bow! Like, so, yeah, we're going to do Scream 2 and open discussion. So we'll go where the night takes us, gentlemen. And
right.
Yeah, sounds good. So do you want to, how do you want to, do the show? Do you want to do opposite of what we did last time, or I don't know?
Just run with it. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of notes, so.
Talking about horror movies, man. I'm good with it anyway. It's all good. So.
Oh, I came prepared, man. I got like 4 pages of freaking notes, dude.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
You might be the note guy this time then.
Yeah. I tell you, man, when you had messaged me about Scream 2, I said, holy shit, because I wanted to do a Scream 2 episode, and I figured, well, I'll share it with you guys. Let's do that.
Awesome. Well, messaged me and it's like, yo, he's going to be on his fucking game tonight, son. I was like, oh, man. I was like, both these guys are going to get me, dude. Damn. Like,
starting with Scream 2, I do got to say, what did you guys think of that beginning? I mean, isn't that like a horror fan's fantasy? To go to a movie theater, you go on a date, and then everybody's all into it with Stab, and then freaking people are going crazy, all costumed out and shit.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because when we were watching it before tonight, I looked right at Liz, and I was like, they couldn't do that today, even if they wanted to. They couldn't hand masks and, stuff like that. But that would be holy shit. Yeah, you're right. Definitely on the money about that, man. Like, I want a Ghostface costume. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Ives glue in the dark and shit. That was awesome, man.
Oh man.
What's funny? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say the same thing. You know what was funny is that at the time when they released those costumes for everybody, they didn't have a glow in the dark one. So everybody who saw the movie was like, "Oh fuck, we need to get a glow in the dark one now."
Yeah, they had a green one, but he didn't glow in the dark.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. I don't think it was Ghostface. That shit, dude. That took that real nondescript character mask and it totally elevated it, because I remember walking by those masks for years, and I bought one, I think the summer before Scream came out, for like 50 cents. And then Scream came out, and I'm like, I fucking have that. It's in my closet. And yeah, it's funny what a movie will do to something just mundane. It's wild.
The 90s Scream blew up. I mean,
oh yeah, dude, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Scream came out and did gangbusters, and so the one factoid I have is I know Scream 2 came out less than a year after the first Scream came out. Yeah. It was less than one calendar year. That's my big what. So
yeah, it came out in 97. I was 10. My grandparents took me to the theater to see it.
No, I was saying, this movie's kind of special to you because it was, yeah. That's awesome.
This film kind of holds a place in my heart because it came out like towards the end of December or whatever, at least here in Cali where I was at. And I went to go see it on Christmas Day, like Christmas night.
Wow, that's cool. That's funny.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, so I can always remember that Christmas.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's all right. Scream 2. Let's see. I've seen all 3 in the theater. I think it was me and a bunch of my friends. I was pretty drunk when we saw Scream 2. It doesn't matter.
You sure you weren't one of those extras wearing the Ghostface costume in the movie?
No, I wish, man. I wish. I'd be that chubby guy in the back. killing a court. But like, I remember it being a lot of fun in the theater. It was just almost the same kind of experience as the first Scream. People were, going crazy and stuff.
Yeah.
At the end, I mean, spoilers, obviously, when they found out Billy's mom, everybody went nuts. Everybody started jumping up and down and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Nobody expected it was Jackie from freaking Roseanne to do it.
I call her Aunt Jackie. I never call her, Mrs. Loomis. I always call her Aunt Jackie.
Yeah.
She's got those wild eyes. Like when she turns on crazy, it's like a switch. And she's like when she's negotiating with Cotton, she's all, it's like, holy shit, man, she's crazy.
Yeah, revenge flick for her son. I mean,
and it gets so. All right, this one, the sequel rules apply, which is because what does he say in the first one? Always resort to prom night. Always resort to prom night.
Yeah, so prom night will save time.
Yeah.
So he's like, throw that shit out the window. It's really cool, man. How they crafted these movies and stuff. Like they're a lot of fun. It's the type of movie that you wish you could see it for the first time, every time. You know what I mean? Because they're a lot of fun, and they're a lot of fun with a group of people, especially. So yeah, I just it's like little nitpicky stuff for Scream. They did my boy dirty, man. They did Randy dirty. Like I was.
Yeah, it sucked for Randy, but it did follow a lot of cliche '90s horror rules from back in the day. And what threw me off is that they announced that Jada Pinkett was in this film. So everyone's like, "Oh shit, she's in the story. How the hell is she in the story?" And she gets killed off in the first 5 minutes at the movie theater. Just the same thing with Drew Barrymore. Just like, "Oh shit, what's gonna happen next?"
You could kill the star. For real. The theater scene that looks like a lot of fun. Actually, that'd have been cool to be an extra in that.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool.
And again, it opens with a bang. I'll say that because I mean it's Scream 2. So after the first one, you're kind of going into it like what the fuck, looking everywhere.
Box office did really good again. I mean, they had $24 million budget and $172.4 million in box office.
Damn. Buster. And like hearing those numbers, that's to me, that's the soul of a horror movie. The soul of a, make it with $1.50 and wow, blows
and that
out.
was at the same time when Titanic came out, and everyone was all about Titanic that freaking year. Right. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
I had to take my girlfriend. It sucked. I hated it.
I remember the lines being like huge for that movie.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I was like, man, dude.
Celine Dion. God damn it.
Shit, that song still haunts me now.
Dude, I'm telling you, I hear that shit in my dreams. I'm like,
I'm like, man, I have fucking nightmares when I hear that song.
Yeah. Because at the time, if you had a girlfriend, you had to go.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but especially against Titanic because that murdered every movie.
Yeah.
No contest. And trying to think. The end of that movie, the end of Scream 2 is kind of I don't really want to talk about the end yet. I will say I like how Courtney Cox looks in this one. She looks good. She looks like shit in part 3.
The damn bangs.
She's got some Daniel Boone fucking hair going.
I was gonna say the damn bangs where it's just like right here.
Bangs. Done. But like she looks so 90s in this movie, like with the streaks in her hair, and she's wearing. Man, she looked good, man. She looked good.
Nev Campbell looked great in this one. I'd say the best in this one.
Nev Campbell. I'll give it to her. She did look good in this one. She did look good. What was it? It was cool to see everybody come back. Well, everyone that survived. Then Cotton. I don't know. Cotton kind of acts. It's like they're trying to make him a red herring. And just I don't know. He acts kind of strange in this one. But I think he comes into his in the third one. But you get kind of nervous when he's negotiating with Aunt Jackie, man, because you're like, is he gonna fucking do really? And yeah, But
Yeah, it looked like he really almost thought about.
tell me, man, you just like, really, dude, really? Yeah. So
well,
it was
that was great storytelling because the whole time it made you think, okay, I know Cotton's got to be involved in this somehow, and then it keeps going back and forth. They're like, how the fuck does he always end up like after Sydney's running away from Ghostface? What the fuck is this? And then all of a sudden, like that twist at the end, it's like, oh shit, it really wasn't him.
Yeah. I said that when we were talking about the first Scream. I said I actually kind of admire the fact that he really, at the end of the day, he had nothing to do with it. He was really just like a schlub, like just thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, that Randy. It was that there's that scene with Dewey, man, where she's in that soundproof booth and he's just getting sliced and diced against that glass. You're like, oh man, like Jesus.
Yeah.
Vern.
Dewey's always getting fucked up.
Yeah, dude. I feel bad for that. Vern is in
Thrown
it.
Downstairs. Stabbed.
Yeah, that's right. He gets jacked up in that part, man. Like, he gets all fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. How the hell
He's
did he
already
ever make it as a
goddamn
deputy?
What'd you say?
How did he ever make it as a deputy?
Right? He had to retire and stuff. But like, when you see him walking, you were like, "You okay, bro?" Like, you kind of want to help the guy. Like,
he got some nerve damage from the stab from part 1.
Yeah, because he's actually real good attention to detail, but he holds his hand in such a way where you're just like, nerve damage. Ugh. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because Randy asked him that at one point. He's like, "What's up with that limp?" He's like, "Nerve damage."
And what was it? You said caller IDs blew up after the first one?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Sales went way up.
It was funny to see that giant honker caller ID in the beginning with all these fucking cords going out of it. It looks like a hospital patient. And
that shit's about the size of a cell phone.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, straight up, man. It's like the size of a CD. That was funny. But again, it was cool to see a movie that came out, especially around the time, because again, I think American Werewolf in Paris came out around the same time, and that's some fucking dog shit. I went to the theater and seen that piece of shit. Oh God. And that's what I saw on Christmas. See, you got to see Scream on Christmas, man. I got to see some fucking Harry Pitt, Julie Depley. What fun!
I thought it was kind of cool how they were basically like copying the original killers with the names and everything. How the names kind of matched up.
Yeah,
like C.C. Cooper, Casey Becker, Stephen Orth, and something Stevens from the first two that died. It was pretty cool.
Damn, you shut everybody down, motherfucker. He's the guru, man. He loves Scream. Again, I liked how there were 2 killers again. That was cool. And see, once you go the 2 killer route, it's kind of hard to go to the 1 killer route. It's kind of hard to go back. Whatever, Scream 3. We're not going to go into that. It was. I did think the mom angle was kind of cool, just because I'm a huge fan of the original Friday 13th. Go get your pound of flesh. Go get your pound of flesh. But then it's like, all right, Timothy Oliphant. I knew the first time I saw that movie, I was like, when it was revealed, he was helping Aunt Jackie. I was like, he's too volatile. Like, somebody's gonna bust a cap in this guy and show me.
Boom.
Dude,
you got it twice.
Yeah. And I didn't think they were gonna kill Vern at all. I was really surprised at that one. I didn't know, but it's a sequel, man. So it's all over the place.
Yeah, the rules are a lot different in this one.
Yeah, you can't refer to prom night. So
yeah. Well, you know what you could refer to? You could refer to the movie Stab that they had in there, because it was retelling the first one as you're watching the second one. And I was like, holy shit, that's smart thinking. Wes Craven, man, that guy was a genius. He knew how to retell a story within a story within a story.
Yeah, man. He's always like 5 steps ahead. And it was cool
Yeah.
to see, what was it, Roller Girl, Heather Graham was Casey Becker.
Yeah.
And like
Man.
she's purposely acting just horrible. Where she's like, oh no, where are you at? I'm like, oh damn. Like it was pretty cool to see that. It was pretty cool, you know. Yeah, because was it Stab and then what'd you say? Scream 4, they're up to like Stab 6.
Yeah.
6 or 7, something like that.
Yeah, and she's like, well, they went back and they went time traveling in one of them, and you're like, whoa, I want to see these. Like, you know, and it's funny. The one toy I have, a Ghostface, the McFarlane toy. They come with like the poster in the back, and some of them came with the Scream poster, and some of them came with a Stab poster.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, I got the Scream poster because but always wanted to Stab one, man. And it's the neon green mask.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So, yeah, they went, dude. They made toys, merchandise. You know, Scream 2 is when it kind of kicked off. That's when I started seeing like Ghostface T-shirts and stuff. That's when
they started bootlegging that shit.
Yeah,
No other big companies had them. Everybody was bootlegging that shit, man. I would see it all the time. Anytime I went to the hood as a kid, I was like, oh shit.
that's
You know?
cool. Like, yo, I got Scream 2, son. You're like, oh yeah, like that's awesome. So, yeah, what it was big. It was big, and then once the second one came out, and it was doing close to the same business as the first one. That's when they're like, we got a franchise, and so you knew another one was gonna come.
Oh yeah.
But like, and Rebecca Gayheart, I always forget the Noxzema girl is in this.
Yeah. Oh
You're
shit,
like,
you busted out something 90s. Noxzema.
Noxzema, bro. Dude, everybody wanted to fucking dig that chick out. She's gorgeous. She's really pretty. And come to find out, Urban Legend, she's the fucking killer in Urban Legend. You're like, yeah.
Oh shit, that's right. That's
right.
right.
She's avenging her brother, her boyfriend. She's avenging her boyfriend. And you're like, yo, she's hot and crazy. Sign me up, son. Like, and
oh shit.
oh, this chick who Liz picked her out. It's Ellen's wife. Something Rossi, Porta de Rossi or whatever her name is.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the movie. It was cool seeing these people pop up because you're like, oh, yeah. But
and then all the cameos, from Stab, where you had Luke Wilson in there, Tori Spelling. I was like, oh shit, everybody was on their freaking 90s TV show. You had 90210, you had fucking Party of 5. I was like, it's like one big ad for Fox, dude.
Oh man, yeah. Because Liz told me about Luke Wilson. She's like, well, Luke Wilson did that. I said, really? She's like, yeah. Oh shit. And Tori Spelling. I wonder if she has the right date panties on. I'll never forget that shit. That shit killed me.
Oh man.
And because now this is another one that they waited to spoof it until I guess the second one was out. The Scary Movie came out, I think in 2000. I want to say it came out in 2000.
Yeah, 2000.
And dude, that's a solid spoof movie. Like that movie has a better ending than so many other like drama. Seriously, man. Like if you think about it. So like,
and the second one too was awesome.
What was it? Say it again.
Scary Movie Part 2.
Is that the one with the strong hand? I use my strong hand.
Yeah, that and how he based the turkey and everything.
Oh shit.
Guys, let me stir the mashed potatoes. Nasty.
I don't know what that is, but I look at it anyway.
Oh God, yeah, dude, no. And that meme still kills.
Out and throws it in there. Oh man,
let me just stuff it. You're like, oh shit. Yeah. Like, dude, those are solid movies, man. Those are solid movies.
Yeah.
And again, just based off of Scream, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. Got anything else? Whatever. Yeah.
So there's one thing I did notice. I don't know if y'all noticed this, so I wanted to ask. They're in the martini mixer. Derek, the boyfriend, he's drinking a Mickey's beer. And to me,
No
that was
shit.
like a nod to who the killer was. Did y'all pick up on that at all?
No,
You
you
know,
told me that before though, and that's how stupid I am because I didn't remember it. And I remember you saying that before. You were like, Mickey's the name.
Yeah, the killer's Mickey. He's drinking a little Mickey's beer. It looks like a little short green bottle if you're not familiar with it. But
We're yeah, we used to drink them in Florida. That's how stupid I am. We used to drink those Mickey's grenades. They're called Mickey's
yeah,
grenades. Yeah, yeah.
you
Um,
know, I
that
never
very
picked up on
could
that.
be. Yeah, because the thing
yeah, like a little
about
Easter
film,
egg or something.
what is it?
Like a little Easter egg, kind of like showing you who it might be without like saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing about film is everything that's packed into frame is like 99% on purpose. It's intentional. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're not going to waste any part of it. So it very well could be. Here you go. Hey, just a little. So because I know Giallos do that shit all the time. They
Yeah.
put everything in frame, and you're like, dude, I have to watch this movie like 6 times to catch everything. And, But
Yeah.
so yeah,
You know, that's
good.
classic Wes Craven when he does that. Like he'll throw in little winks in there because I mean he did that shit all the way back into Nightmare on Elm Street. Even before then, he did it in some of his older films. With Swamp Thing and everything. But I know
I
for a
always forget
fact.
he did Swamp Thing. I always
Yeah,
forget that. Damn, I always forget that. Yeah.
yeah.
But,
Like he threw in a lot of little winks. One of my favorites that he did was The Serpent and the Rainbow. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I love that movie. Holy,
Yeah,
that's up there, dude. That and Nightmare and Last House are all.
yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's a
So
great.
they had Wes Craven's hands all over on it, dude. And what was funny is that they said that when they were writing the scripts out, the writer Kevin Williamson, he put on there like, get up to a scene, and then he wouldn't finish it, and then he put on there, Wes Craven would make it scary.
Man. Yeah.
And Wes always delivered, man. I mean that's why he was one of the masters of horror out there. He was a newer version of Carpenter and all these different directors that were coming out at the time because with Scream 2 that it really changed things because you had the caller ID. That was the same time Star 69 came out too. Where you can call back the number.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. You can call back. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can hide your number. Down here it was
Yeah.
star 67, and that would
Yeah.
block your number. Yeah, so that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, it changed a lot, dude. I mean, that's the thing, when I sit back and think about Scream 2, yeah, it hasn't aged well here and there, but I mean, if you think about it, all these new films, they take little bits of parts out of it and build it that way. It was basically the birth of the teen slashers, because then you had, like you said, Urban Legends came out. I Know What You Did Last Summer. And then that started another franchise of
It
its own
started
right
a
there.
whole nother cycle. Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Buffy's in this, Sarah Michelle Gellar. I
Yeah.
forgot
Oh
that.
yeah,
And I was like, damn, you just threw that bitch off the rail. You know. But like you said, there, as time goes by, technology advances, and so there's new parameters. Well, Wes just said, "Fuck you! I'm gonna write all around that shit." It goes to show you what a badass he is, man.
Yeah.
And what was it? Royce said this the other night. He said about in the 70s, Last House, Hills Have Eyes, 80s, Nightmare, and obviously Serpent, and then in the 90s, Scream. So he was on his game for like 3 decades in a row, man. Even into the early 2000s, he was still making movies. It Follows and some other stuff. He was always making flicks, man. Always making flicks.
yeah.
Oh,
Scream 4, 2011.
Yeah,
That was
Scream
his.
4.
He did Scream 4.
That was a great fucking story. And, a lot of Scream 4 reminds me of Scream 2 because in Scream 2, you see all these cameos of everybody. Scream 4 is the same way because a lot of those actors, now they're all big, You have, what's her name?
Yeah.
The chick who's on American Horror Story. She was in Scream 4. That's how she got her big start in it.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the chick from trying to think what's it called. Remember the Titans. The little girl, the co-star of one of the main characters in that one.
And it's cool because now they're big to the point they're negotiating their contracts. So they're not in there like, I need this fucking job, dude. Like, yeah. So
Yeah.
Fuck you, pay me.
Exactly, man. Fuck you, pay me. I've actually thought about getting that tattooed on my hand. I almost had head chef tattooed on my hand.
You got to get that tattooed on the hand, man.
Yeah, right here, the palm,
right there.
right there. But yeah, no, it's cool how again, not all horror movies do this, but there's a few that do this, that they'll throw back, say, to other horror movies. What's cool about Scream is, like, I haven't seen part 4, but Scream throws back to itself because it's so self-aware. Like, it knows it's, what it knows what it's doing. And I still really respect and admire that it embraces and acknowledges the movie-going public, because they're like, there are horror fans out here who are going to study this movie and they're going to dissect it and they're going to know every little piece of it. And let's give them a run for their money. So they got shit and Wes was so intelligent, he could do that without even breaking a sweat, man.
Oh,
yeah. He's one of the directors I would have loved to have met. Like, just
that would have been nice.
Have a beer with him. But yeah, because he created Freddy and the whole Nightmare on Elm Street from an article about a kid that couldn't sleep. And he had a coffee pot.
He told his parents that he was thought if he went to bed he was going to die, and then he went to bed and died.
He died. Yeah. They found all these bottles of like stay awake pills and all this stuff. Like, it's fascinating stuff. And he created a whole world and a modern boogeyman out of that. That's Wes Craven, buddy. Wes Craven. So
well, at the same time when he was doing Scream 2, he was also working on Wes Craven's New Nightmare, because that came out a little bit after or before. It was one of the two, either before or after Scream 2.
New Nightmare came out in '94, I think.
Yeah. And
I love the idea of New Nightmare. It's fucking scary, but it's my opinion, man. Don't throw no bricks at my shit. Fucking I don't think they executed it as well as they could have. Because, like, there's a lot of parts where you're just like, oh man, dude.
Yeah.
That's all. But I mean, the idea is terrifying. The main character in these movies you were in has manifested in the real world. Oh shit, lock the door. So and it's something I guess only Wes Craven could probably pull off, but
I'll give it to you. All right, because, all right, cool. I think it was because
slash my tires, bitch. Slash my tires. But like,
hey, they don't call me the Saw guy for that, man. Come on.
The first Scream came out, man. That was like, to me, that was like a breath of fresh air, because like horror was kind of, I don't know, stale in the mid '90s.
It was all thrillers.
Yeah. That's right. Because Silence of the Lambs came out, and it was like, yo, and then everybody wanted to jump on that shit. And one
of my favorite ones was Disturbing Behavior.
Yeah,
that's right. So Disturbing Behavior. And then the Faculty? That was another one.
Yeah.
They were.
You guys remember Fear with Mark Wahlberg?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Everybody wanted to take their girl to Fear so they could.
I saw that movie just to see Mark Wahlberg's face, where it shows the wide angle and it shows his face. I don't know what the hell he was doing when he was screaming. It looks so fucking funny, dude.
What would be funny to learn is if they took a couple frames out, because like his face looks like clay when he
exactly.
It's weird. But I was surprised at how well he could act, dude, because I was like, yo, that's good vibrations right there. What is he doing?
He's a great actor.
Mark.
I was shocked. Yeah, he could act his ass off, man. I was like, wow, dude. He acted in Calvin Klein's fucking right in front of everybody. Like,
he can do comedy, action, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he's really good. So that was cool to see. It kind of, I guess the first Scream, obviously, but then when Scream 2 came out, like you mentioned before, it was I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend, and see, they were starting to get Urban Legend did. They got Robert Englund. So that kind of makes it like, I don't know, bona fide. It's like, yo, we got Freddy, dog. We got Freddy. What? So yeah, it was pretty cool to see some of these people. But if you know, like all the teen heartthrobs were in the movie, and see, Scream messed up my horror posters. I blame Scream for that because when it came out, it put all the characters on the poster, and it was like someone's taking their love for scary movies. Mwah!
They did change that.
Before that, there were really artistic oriented horror posters. Like walking in the video store, oh shit, a dragon. Whatever.
Yeah.
But like for some reason, a lot of the horror posters followed suit with, Scream. Dude, Scream did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Precedented. You know what I mean? So whether you like it or not, you have to acknowledge what it did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what I like about Scream, with the first one and the second one. I don't know if you guys would agree with me on this, but I believe it was geared towards the MTV generation. Absolutely. And then later on, as it got big, they still catered to the MTV generation because of the fact, I don't know if you guys remember this. MTV, they did a contest, and they said, okay, the winner is going to have a cameo in Scream 2. The winner won, but you don't see their face because they were the usher that gave them the masks when they went into the theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
so I was like, oh, shit. Jada and Omar? Okay, okay. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool how it just comes full circle when you think about it, because then when Scream the TV show came out, it was on MTV of all places. Just like, what the hell, on MTV?
Yeah, I was surprised I heard that. Really? Oh, yeah, all right, whatever. Wow. And like you said, in not to jump around, but in Scream 3, Lance Hendrickson is in Scream 3. So that kind of legit for the older kids. You know what I mean? Because you're like, yo, that's Bishop, dog. Like, whoa, that's Frank Black.
Shit, he was fighting Terminators, the fucking Pumpkinhead, fighting aliens. Shit, he even fought Ghostbusters. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, he's in cat food commercials, man. Like Lance Hendrickson's the boss.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, dude, he's in, like, I think it's Friskies or 9 Lives. Holding the cat. Hi, I'm Lance Hendrickson. You're like, oh shit. You're waiting for a Terminator to come busting out. Yeah, awesome. Man. But it's one, like I said, once Scream kicked the fucking door open, but when Scream 2 showed up, it was like, it's not going anywhere. It's a tight nap. When Scream 2 came out, Ghostface became a boogeyman. Yeah. That's how I looked at it. Yeah, because and it's such a simple design. That's the thing. That's another reason it's I guess frightening.
It is. And originally they were going to use actual white gown, a robe, instead of the black, which I don't know how that would have turned out. It'd been really bloody by the end.
Yeah, it would have been kind of.
It'd be see-through with the way they make costumes, man.
Yeah. Yeah, the way some of the Halloween costumes are. But again, the way I kind of look at it, it's to me, it's similar to Michael Myers' mask. How it's and Jason's mask. You can project anything on it. It doesn't matter really what it looks like. You can project your own boogeyman on that mask. You know what I mean?
Dude, you read my mind. I was gonna say Michael Myers mask because what they did to the Captain Kirk mask, and now everyone all wants a Captain Kirk mask. You can't find them because it was in the 70s.
Yeah. It was Don Post, I think, did that. Yep. And Trick or Treat Studios is actually doing it. They're making like a flesh-colored Kirk mask, which is funny. The original mold of that mask was from The Devil's Reign with William Shatner in it. There's a scene where like his face melts and shit. That's where that's from. And so they got it, and everybody knows the story. I'm not gonna tell you anything you don't know. And, but I guess it was the same kind of deal with the Scream. You said that, Chris, right? Where they went and got the mask, and I think it was Bob Weinstein didn't like it. He was like, it looks like a piece of shit. And then they showed him the scene with Drew, and he was like, I like it. Like, crazy. It's crazy how that works. And see, I didn't notice as much gore in the second one as the first one. I don't know if I'm slipping in my old age, but the chest shot on Vern is really well done.
Well, I mean, they didn't really gut anybody in this one. So, I mean,
well,
there's somebody off the balcony, but I don't remember any Not a whole lot of blood.
Badass, man. Yeah. Oh.
I think it got you more on the brutality of the kill without the gore, if that makes sense. Because the part in the beginning where he's listening in the bathroom, like he's hearing a noise, he gets closer, and that fucking knife just goes right through him, and it pulls out like, oh shit, I'm deaf in my right ear. Every time I feel pain, I always think of that damn scene, like, oh shit.
That had to hurt.
Because I mean, it's just like you don't expect that. And then the way how Jada Pinkett gets like shaked, like right there in front of everybody, and everyone thinks she's just acting.
Epic death, man.
Yeah.
Like she's in front of the screen, the whole nine. What a way to go, put in wet work. What a way to do it. Like Jesus. and again, like that slasher, not slasher 101, but it's like slasher. I don't even know how to describe this. It's like the giddy slasher stuff. It's kind of like, hey, you want to see something cool? Check this out. We're going to go do something that probably couldn't happen in the real world, but they're going to do it. And it's just going to be nasty, But the bathroom door stall always freaked me out, kind of, because you're like, oh, it's in his fucking cheek. Like, that's bad.
Well, the one kill that pissed me off was, and I'm agreeing with you on this one, is Randy's kill. Because he gets pulled into the van shakes, and it's like, okay, is he getting stabbed? Is he getting like shit put up his ass or something, or what? We don't know.
The van's parked in like the common area, so there's like people walking by, like, oh, hey, I'll come over to your house Friday, and fucking he's in there. I was like, they did my dude dirty, bro. But it was
the band's like this.
Shaking like, Friday night in the fucking Sizzler.
Oh shit!
They did my dude dirty, man. So, and you kind of feel bad for him a little bit. I do. Well, not really, because he follows. Yeah, because
other than that.
Well, all right. Yeah. Randy's, horror nerd and stuff. He just never took his dick out of the cellophane. But he followed Sid to that college with the hopes of her. Hey. And she's dating Vern. Damn, Randy. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was kind of
just sawing out in the cafeteria.
Oh God, that
scene. I don't know what it was about Jerry O'Connell, but he fit the stereotype of like the preppiest dude in like the 90s with the fucking Docker slacks, shirt tucked in, and he had the
sweater tied around
belt and everything.
Yeah. First we get the khakis, then we get the chicks. Like,
and and you gotta roll them up where you're showing off your sock with your loafers.
Oh God, the loafers, Jesus Christ. Man, yeah, that's right.
Man. But his death scene too was kind of like, it kind of sucked because he was on that cross on the stage, and then he was like telling Sydney, he was like, hey, get me down, and boom, he gets shot, and then it's just like
so sudden. Yeah, that's right. Because I wasn't expecting that, because I'm like, well, he's with the survivor girl, so maybe but that effect was really done well, man. Like, I give him props on that. Yeah, like when that scene starts, I'm always looking at his chest, like, all right, how'd they do this? Where's the squib? Straight up, because there's some parts where you're just like, oh, damn, went to the Savini school. So,
oh shit.
So, but yeah, it's like I said to Chris before, it's crafted very well. It's Wes Craven did it, but he didn't phone it in. He wasn't like sitting in the chair counting his money, like no, not at all. Like
Jay and Silent Bob.
Yes.
Jay and Silent Bob.
And I love how Kevin Smith follows it up in Strike Back.
Yeah.
Jesus, Wes, are we even trying? Is a monkey in the costume? And he's like, studies show people like monkeys. Like, it's just, oh yeah, I love that.
Oh man.
So,
but what's cool about the film is that also gave a big break to everybody at that time. Besides all the cameos, I bet you guys didn't know that Robert Rodriguez, he actually directed all the stab scenes.
Yes, I did. I did know that. Because when Sin City, I was like, ooh, okay. Because I love El Mariachi, Desperado.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. It's good stuff. I did know that. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, shit.
Part I got 2 suckers. I got 2. So like, yeah, no, that was pretty cool that he did that because I always like that. I always like to know shit like that, like in Glorious Bastards, the film within the film, like Nation's Pride. It's pretty cool. Don't know where I was going with that. Fuck, brain fart. Shit.
Did you notice David Warner, the professor from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2, was in this as the drama teacher?
That's right. Yeah. I knew I recognized that guy, dude. I was like, I know him from somewhere.
He's in a lot of stuff. He's in Waxwork. He's in and he's another one. He can turn on creepy real quick, like
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been in a lot of horror movies, man. A lot of horror movies. But I always forget he's in the fucking movie. Like, yeah.
Let me ask you guys this, since now we're all agreeing on Scream 2, right? Do you guys think that this film would have been totally different if they went with the original script that got leaked?
See, I don't know about the original script. That's the thing. I don't know what KC is. Like,
I don't know if the ending would have been completely different. Then it probably would have been a completely different movie.
Right? Because the original script called for Derek, which was Nev Campbell's boyfriend, the guy dancing around and everything, and then her other friend, Haley. They were going to be the killers. And, reading through the notes, I was like, what the hell? I don't even know if it would have been as impactful without, like, Aunt Jackie.
Because it would have been too easy, kind of. Yeah. It would have been, the people closest to her. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
I can see
that.
I
mean, like, that leak kind of saved that film because now Wes had to be on his toes every day to keep changing it, to keep fixing it, to making sure that people are surprised. They what do they call it? The element of surprise. They don't know what to expect, and it did take different turns from the first one, because nobody expected Randy to get killed. I mean, right off the bat, and then they kind of fucked with you about Dewey getting stabbed, and it's like, oh fuck, and then he's.
And you thought that was it for Dewey because it was so like, brutal, and you're like, oh damn it, like you shouldn't have been a bitch to him, Courtney. And no, you're right. I think I can agree with that definitely because
he's hard to kill.
Yeah, for real, man. Jesus Christ.
Dude, one connective tissue holding himself up with all that nerves, dude, and he's still survived.
Fucker's got 9 lives.
Oh shit, man.
It's like, because again, I think that would have been that's too easy, man. That's too easy. Oh, she went away to college and the boyfriend stabbed her with a knife. It's too easy. It's too easy. You're right.
Mix it up some.
Yeah, I think it did. It actually did save it.
Yeah,
for real. Because didn't something happen to the Scream 3 script as well? Same kind of deal.
Yep.
Yeah, Scream 3 was originally supposed to be Stu coming back as a prisoner, and he was going to be basically directing these other serial killers to go after Sidney. That script got thrown out, and they brought in the stepbrother.
Wow, that sounds like some comic book shit.
Man, I would have loved to seen that version, man, because the one that we got in Scream 3, I don't know, man. I mean,
I think that script did get made, but it was called something else, like It Follows or something like that, or Followers, or
Ghost with an STD. Here's the thing.
Badass.
Yeah. Listen, such is because Craven's gone, so it's like I would watch his home movie of his nephew's birthday at this point. You know what I mean? Because you're like, well, he's holding the camera. Fuck you, So it's like anything like that, I'll watch. Yeah. But the one thing about part, I don't keep meaning to talk about part 3 because we'll do another show about it. But, you went from two killers to 1.
That's why I think it slipped up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of backstory in that one.
Yeah. I mean, because if you think about it, again, damn it, Scream 3. Roman was the one that pushed Billy and Stu to, do it. Because what is it?
All up to Roman.
Yeah. So Roman was the puppet master. So it's kind of like, wow, really? Damn. So, because I love it when there's 2 killers. I always think that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, it follows the actual horror movie rules if you think about it with Scream 3, because with any franchise you're going to have one that's going to be like the one that drives the story, but it doesn't have much, I guess you could say, weight to it.
Yeah.
Every franchise has that. I mean, you look at the Friday the 13th series, how they built up part 6 and followed up with 7 and 8. Then they had to reboot it all over again with Jason Goes to Hell. Then they rebooted it again for Jason X.
We won't speak of Jason X. No.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Yeah, no. We'll talk.
One day.
Right now. Probably get about 4 or 5 minutes into it, and I'll fucking throw my camera over. And I'll walk out. No love for it. But no, you're right. Because then, like, all right, Jaws. It's Jaws. There's nothing, it's Jaws. It's its own thing. But like Jaws 2, I call Jaws 2 Jaws the 13th. Because it's a fucking slash flick with a shark, man.
Yeah.
But it changes it up a little bit, So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then they did that random ass one where it's like Jaws and SeaWorld in 3D with that
Jaws.
cheap ass green screen where it's like this.
It's yeah.
Every franchise has those one, and I think with Scream they're doing that with part 3. But I know they're saying now with part 5 that they're working on, they're going to have a lot of roots between the first 2 and a little bit from 4. So I don't know how they're going to play out the whole story. They're saying that even Randy's going to come back like in a videotape. They're going to do something with Jamie Kennedy, like his makeup or whatever, kind of make him look young. And so there's lost tapes about how to survive the horror nightmare.
Okay, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
actually, because I was happy to see him in 3. I was like, yes, all right, cool, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But it's funny because, again, it made me think of this because he is us. When that chick walks up to him in the first one, she's like, werewolf movie with E.T.'s mom, The Howling. Like, fuck, boom, instant, like right over there. Like, that's us, man,
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man.
So that would be cool because for the new generation, I mean, obviously, they could go back and watch the original Scream, but it would be cool to see the originator come back and be like, here's all the fucking ground rules. This is what you have to do. Yeah. Don't remember prom night. Remember Terror Train or whatever the fuck it is. That'd be kind of cool, man. So I really look forward to that.
Yeah.
I know.
What's cool is that I can see them modernizing it now with technology and everything, with cell phones, video chats. I have a feeling that he'll come back where people talk about him like in a podcast, like what we're talking about. And it's like, shit, I remember that guy. That'd be a cool little way to slide him in,
Yeah, true. Because they could even do like a flashback to Woodsboro when, say, he was getting interrogated by the cops.
Oh,
and he could turn that whole meeting into like a fucking Fangoria issue. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Shit, that just mind blowing me right now, dude. I was like,
dude, it fucked me up coming up with it. I was like, just go with it. Just go with it. Yeah.
Well, you know what they can also do? I was thinking, now that he's on the older side, he could play as his dad.
Dad, yeah. See,
They
need the fans, man. That's where Star Wars went wrong, dude. Like, no. Get a bunch of fucking fatties in a room and be like, hey, what's up? and just all start writing this fucking shit down, and there you go, cherry pick, man.
Yeah.
Telling you, the fans, But what was it? It's gone. Yeah,
one more fun fact.
Meeting with Randy is why the sheriff's fucking chain smoking.
Oh shit.
Years
I
ago.
gotta say too, since we're talking about Scream 1 and Scream 2 and all the Scream franchise, but most of Scream 2.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the first movie had a damn good soundtrack. The second one, I think, was even better because you had the fucking biggest gangster rapper of all time at that time. You had Master P making him say, and then he made him scream. I hear him coming. Scream,
What is it? No Limit? Yeah, No Limit Records.
There you go.
Came out. A buddy of mine bought one. He bought a CD by a guy. I want to say it's C Murder. That was his name.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He made that my gangster name. They used to call me G Murder. And there's a fucking song on this CD teaches you how to make crack. No joke. And,
cool.
Yeah, it comes in handy sometimes,
You never know.
But it was funny, man. To damn Master P, yo, you're in Scream, bro. Like, yeah, dude, yeah, he had a gold tank.
Yeah.
Damn.
And you
over.
know what
It's
was
over.
funny? Did you guys ever see the music video for it?
Yes, in the
Oh
Yeah.
basket.
my god,
Yes, yes.
that
They're
shit
just
was
shooting
funny.
hoops, man. Fucking, that's it. And they're all jumping around with their chains. Fucking,
And then they
choo.
had the go-go dancers and the freaking Ghostface mask dancing around, all the mirrors and shit. It was fucking hell of the 90s, dude.
Woo, dude. Woo. If the 90s was going to get Chris up, that's it right there.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
I used to just look at people and be like, Master P has a gold tank.
Oh,
Gee. But yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Right.
You know,
Totally.
and it's funny too because a lot of people forget that he was like his main song was all over for Scream 2. And when I did an episode on the first Scream, I used that song, and everyone's like, "You can't use that song. That was in Scream 2." And I'm like, "Well, you know, Scream 1 had great soundtracks, but maybe I'm throwing a hint out there that I might do Scream 2 for you." You know. But also too, Scream 3 had a damn good soundtrack too because he had Static
Actually
X,
had
he had
Scream
System
3
of a
sound.
Down.
Yeah. I had Stained was on it. Like I had that.
Holy shit, I forgot about that too.
Yeah, and I crawl. Yeah.
Mhm.
What was the thing you said about Nick Cave, Chris?
Nick
Was it?
Cave. I'm not sure. I know I have one more thing I did want to say was Louis Arquette, David Arquette's father, plays the police chief in part 2.
Yeah, he dropped this on me.
Partly right there at the like the big press conference where Gail's at right there in the beginning. That's Dewey's dad.
Wow, Papa Arquette, no shit. It was, I think it was Royce. I guess in every Scream movie up to this point, Nick Cave's song "Red Right Hand" has been in it, but they never. I guess they don't play the same part of the song. They play like a different part.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. Because in this one it sounded completely different than the first.
yeah, and well, in part 2, I noticed this tonight when I watched it. It's in the movie twice. They play 2 different parts of the song in 2 different parts of the movie, and I was like, "Damn, Nick Cave, get that money, player! Like, get it."
Yeah, because in one part it's just like it just says "red right hand" and that's it. It goes
Yep.
right into the scene.
And then the other part, it's like half the verse and then the chorus, but it's like it sounds different. It's like I don't know. It's not a remix, but yeah, maybe it is. Who knows? But I always think of Hellboy when I hear that song. I'm sorry, I can't. You know,
Hellboy,
they
come
play
on,
it
man.
Hellboy.
We're all green on Scream 2 now, dude.
Oh man, you know,
Oh.
I'll probably end up watching it again tomorrow. Seriously, because like, and again, I wasn't like, "That's wrong. That sucks. Sit down." No, it was like I said, it was just like nitpicky stuff.
Yeah.
That's all. But man, I really love the fact that the movies do what they do. Like they're self-aware. They are aware of the fans. It's really cool, man. It's really cool that
Yeah.
he came out and he turned, what is it? He did Nightmare on Elm Street. He turned the genre he helped create, because John Carpenter and all these other guys. He turned it on its head, and and I said this in the last episode. He showed what 2 highly motivated horror fans can do with a cell phone and a knife and a shitty costume from Woolworth. I'll always say that.
Yeah.
Shitty costume from Woolworth.
Shitty cool, so yeah, man. Like you can't deny what it's accomplished, and it's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's something very realistic that could actually happen. It's not some unkillable, like, supernatural killer. It's just 2 dudes that love horror and go out and fuck people up.
And it was cool because cell phones just came out. So it was like he took cell phones and made them fucking evil.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like what
Seriously.
guys did to TVs.
Yes, dude, and clowns. So, but yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. And so let's see. We still got time, We still got time. You got probably about 10 minutes. So
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I am glad they didn't do the fucking costume all in white and just the mask in black. Because I'm thinking about it now after we said that in the conversation. And all I'm thinking, man, is like, fuck, dude, you would automatically know who that guy is. The way they make these costumes so thin with lycra. They got to make them now because I work in the Halloween business. they got to make them fire retardant. So Lycra is fire retardant. So if you get any flames or anything and it lights up, it's not going to catch on fire like normal clothes.
Yeah.
And so they do that purposely. And that's been going on since like shit, the 90s. Like 1992, they made that into a law, like federal law. And that's why I was thinking, man, like you're wearing all those clothes, you wear white underneath, you're going to see right through every fucking thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You
A lot of girls count on that every year. It's like, ooh, right. You know?
Woo. But you know, the thing is with Scream, I don't know if you guys noticed. Did you know they changed the masks in each different screen?
Yes. Here, you know what? I'm glad you said that. I'm fucking glad you said that. This one here is what I gather, like, designed around the first one. This one here. Real narrow jaw, you know. Yeah, let me show you something here. God damn it. Oh, man.
Are you wearing pants?
No, I got pants on, damn it.
Well, I was like, shit, we got to put a sensor bar.
Yeah, no. Yeah. But then I got these two, right? It's funny. I went to $2 Generals in a row, and I inadvertently started a Scream collection, a Scream mask collection.
Oh, shit.
Now there's this. It's a little thicker. It's like his chunky cousin, Holler.
Yeah.
And there's this one, which I think is from 3 because the eyes are like real droopy. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, seeing them all together, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you know. But yeah, dude, I paid like $2 for all these.
Damn. That's
I
not
paid that
bad.
mine for like $5.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Well, I know the one on the wall, that came out of a costume. And I was in Walmart and I was like, hey, can I give you like $1 for this? And they were like, sure. And I just left.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I gotta tell you this. Since you collect Ghostface masks, do you remember back in 2011 when Scream 4 was coming out, everybody was so crazy with Scream that they had Ghostface animated props, various different versions of Ghostface masks where it's like he's a zombie, a fucking scarecrow, chrome.
Yeah, dude. I really wanted to get the zombie one because I was like, ooh, it's like it's aged and distressed.
Yeah.
And you talking about the one that's like all cracked up and everything?
Yeah.
Then the scarecrow one fucking blew my mind. Like, but it stinks. You look on eBay for them and they're like, oh, it's $94. No, not today. Like, you know.
Yeah, the one I think you could pump blood through it and like the blood would drain down.
I wish that was cool
those
too.
ones are still the hot sellers now these days. Everyone either goes for the original one or the one that pours the blood through the mask, dude. Like, no joke. Those are always the hot sellers where I work at, you know, because we sell, like, during Halloween, we sell the shit out of, you know, every shit. We sell the shit out of all these Halloween costumes. And you're going to laugh at this, but for kids, I'm talking like between 5 and 9. The best-selling costume has always been Ghostface, the regular one or the bleeding one.
The little mask, they're adorable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what's funny, NECA made a Ghostface for Scream 4. They made 2 of them. They made the regular, all black, not distressed or anything version, and then they made what they call a zombie version. They're like $130 a pop now.
Oh,
and like,
shit.
I had it in my fucking hand in Toys R Us. Story of my life. But I got this right here. This is my bad motherfucker right here.
Woo! That's the original shit.
It's
That's
the McFarlane.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's before they started putting in the plastic cases.
I gotta get one, dude. I gotta get one. But it has the Drew Barrymore poster behind him.
Oh.
With her face. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Love it. So now, all right. What do they explain why the mask looked like that in the TV series? Or
no.
Was a creative just say we're gonna roll with it? Like,
I have no idea why they did that. I hated the mask. They brought it back, the regular mask from the movies, in season 3. But the first 2 seasons,
Okay.
it's like this weird mask with a huge mouth, looks like it's getting ready to give a blowjob.
Yeah, it's like
Bad.
it's bad. It's like, oh, I'm gonna hit them tonsils, bitch. It's fucking gnarly.
It wasn't even elongated, man. It looked like a straight up blow up doll mouth. Like,
Yeah.
Any final words on Scream 2?
Hmm.
Insightful.
I think. I mean, it's an awesome movie. I mean, it's not better than the original. It's not, it's good, but it's, Scream 1 will always be the best. But we'll definitely come back next week or next time for part 3.
Yeah, it's a solid sequel. That's what I'll throw out there. It's a solid sequel. It accomplishes what it set out to do. So,
I will say this for Scream 2, nothing. It can't replace the first one. The first one just kicked down your damn door. What I see in Scream 2 was the one that rolled out the red carpet and said, "Okay, we arrived."
Yes.
That's how I see it as, and it was one of those ones that really changed it because now everybody started following the first Scream, and while everyone was behind them on their coattails, they, rolled out the red carpet and said, we're doing something different. And then all of a sudden everybody started copying off of Scream 2.
Yeah, you're right. Well, again, it changed the landscape, man.